Hey guys, you're watching Boogie Plays Games, or sometimes Boogie Plays Games, and today I'm going to play a little bit of Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. And I've been playing this game since I got my code on Monday from the guys over there at Plants vs. Zombies. They sent me a review code, and I begged for it. I just wrote them, I begged for it, because Garden Warfare 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm playing a scientist right now here. If you don't remember, I did a commercial for Plants vs. Zombies and Plants vs. Zombies 2. Never really cared for what Plants vs. Zombies 2 on mobile became. And that's probably one of the worst things you can say about this game, is that, of course, it's made by the devils over there at EA. And the first one of this game had microtransactions, and certainly microtransactions will likely come for this game. So I'll say that right off the bat. There's currently no microtransactions, but there probably will be at one point. And, if that steers you away from a game, then you'll want to steer away from this one. This game is unique, and the prequel to it, the first one, is also really unique. It is, I don't know, what would you call this? Casual hardcore or hardcore casual or something like that? Because really, it seems like a fluffy game right off the top, right? It doesn't seem like it's that deep. But then once you start playing it, the way me and my wife have started playing it, the amount of depth in the first game is incredible. The amount of depth in the second game is likewise insane. They added so much more to it, including what I'm doing right now. This is what's known as the backyard. So you got the zombies over here, right? And this is their little place. And then you got Dave's place, the plant's place, over here. And they're in a constant stalemate situation right here. So if any time you just want to go out here and mess around and kill stuff and get a little XP, and just mess around, you're welcome to do that. Kill some plants, practice. Or then you could go into either the single-player modes, the split-screen modes, or the multiplayer modes. And that's where the real joy is. And you're seeing a lot of the new creatures here, the weeds. They're supposed to be the brown coat equivalent of the plant, you know? But there's a ton of them. And this backyard thing will get, like, straight-up crazy. As you can see, we've got a couple bosses fighting now. Oh, what is this? What are you even wearing? What kind of cactus are you? I don't know, it's a champion, so you drop money. Well, we'll talk about the economy in a second. Here we go. We got Gargantuan using a front of a house as his shield and weapon. You got a giant sunflower. Okay, I'm going to get out of this before it gets too crazy. Because this is getting crazy. There's a torchwood. There's the torchwood. You got to get the hell out of here. Okay. There's another Gargantuan of ours joining the fight. This will just spiral completely out of control, to be clear. So, I'm playing the zombie. It's one of the classics from the first game. I'll show you what else there is to choose from. This is the zombie base, and the plant base looks pretty much similar to it. You can easily swap from plant base to zombie base just by going to, you know, this little thing here. You can join the plants if you want to. This is a quest area. This is where all the single-player quests started. I talked to this guy. Eventually, I unlocked this hatch. I went down there and met the Zomboss. He gave me some quests. A lot of single-player content this time. Like, if you don't feel like playing online, you can do those quests. You can redo those quests. You can get money, so on and so forth. This allows you to go do graveyard ops, which is kind of like a tower defense mode. It was in the previous game, and it's in this one as well. And you can do it multiplayer. You can do it split screen. You can do it solo. You can do it with bots. You can do it by yourself. You can do it however the hell you want to do it. There's no limits to the ways that you can play this game. That's what I think is amazing. Here is our bounty board, or quest board. I don't want to confuse you too much, but basically, decent stuff like Vanquish 1 Super Bean Boss, Vanquish 20 Plants with Pirates. There's multiplayer quests here as well. There's plant quests for when you're over on the plant side. And there's this whole area back here that shows your achievements and your class unlocks and all this cool stuff. And there's also unlockables too, like this. I don't have any stars right now. Stars are gotten by doing quests. I don't have any stars to fix that. But probably what it is something like this, where you can customize your base. I can customize my base. You go out into the world, you use stars to unlock stuff, you collect stuff. I got a nice little Egyptian statue there. I'm a paleontologist, so that makes sense. This is the multiplayer portal, and look at all the multiplayer things to do. You can do the welcome mat, which helps out new players. You got Team Vanquish, which is just deathmatch. You got Turf Takeover. This is where this game really shines. In the previous game, there was only plants defending and zombies attacking. Now with turf takeover, you swap back and forth. Sometimes the plants are attacking, sometimes the zombies are attacking. That's all your option. There's Gnome Bomb is now back, Vanquish Confirmed is back, Suburban Nation is also back, and Mixed Mode will let you play other stuff. Nothing really too new there besides the zombies attacking. But again, you can do this via private play and invite your friends and then have bots fill in the rest. You can do solo play and have bots fill in everything. And if you want to get weird with it, you can change plants attack, classic plants, new plant heroes, pea shoot. I mean, there's so much customization to this game. There's so many different ways to play it. And you can, of course, play it online. You can play it split screen. You can play it with your friend online. You can play it solo. You can do whatever the hell you want. I am so impressed with that section of the game. Here's how you activate split screen. And this is hilarious to me, too, because it's a TV on top of a TV. How funny is that? I love that. I love that. Here's the changing booth, and this is where you change out characters. And I'll show you the zombie side here first. Here's the imps. The imps are new for this game. The first three characters I'll show you are new from Garden Warfare. Imp lets you basically be tiny and have very little hit points, but do a lot of damage. And he's fucking adorable. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't swear for this, but look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Right, 50 stupid hit points. Then he's got this attack. I love this so much. Yeah, and it just hits everything around him. This was really powerful in the beta, not that powerful now. And then he's got a little grenade, which if a plant is in this, they get sucked up in this and frozen in place. It's pretty much brilliant. His other ability is a mech ability, where I can jump into a giant mech and kill everything. Now, it's got a real slow recharge to it, so I don't know if I want to take the time to do it. But then, with every subclass of the imp, okay, there is the Z7 imp, the Pylon imp, and of course the basic imp. This one's free this week. I mean, they're all free because you can unlock everything with coins, but anybody, even if you haven't unlocked them, can play the Pylon imp. And then there's three other imp classes I have yet to unlock. I don't know what they are. Everybody's mech is different, and everybody's mech does different stuff. So it's worth unlocking the classes. Here's Super Brains. He's a superhero zombie. I don't know if this was in Plants vs. Zombies 2 or not. Obviously, he's a melee class, except if you aim, he's got a blaster ray, and a decent blaster ray at that. He's got his LB here, is a nice cannon launch there, which does a good amount of damage. He can also jump kick you, helps you close the gap against a ranged unit, and then once you're in the middle of the melee, you can do this, which slows everybody and has a different effect depending on which super you're playing. I've only really dabbled with him in the beta. I have not played with him since he went live, but there's several different versions of him as well. Most of the variations on characters have to do with an element. So if you know, like, there's fire guys and ice guys and water guys and electric guys and stuff like that. Then there's some very unique classes as well. Here's the pirate. Pirate's got this cannon, which is pretty decent, all told. Does a good amount of damage. He's really good for when you're trying to attack plants on a spot and blow them up. Then he's got this little thing. Armors him up super good and makes him basically invulnerable until he gets there. And then when he gets there, boom, light the fuse and detonate. It's a little slow of a fuse, so plants that see it are going to run away. The thing is, not every plant is going to see it in the chaos of battle. Then he stole what is essentially the drone from the engineer from the last game. So he's got, of course, his little laser shot. I don't know why this bird shoots lasers. But he does. And then we had the mech strike, or whatever it was called from the previous game with the engineer. That has now been taken care of by the pirate class. So the pirate, weird class. Stole one of his abilities as well, so that's kind of weird. Here you go. I need to get this guy killed. Kill me. So I can go back home. I don't know if you can just press a button to get rid of that. I don't know if you can or not. And that's the three new classes here. I have not unlocked or played with the pirate much either since the beta. Here we have all of my different foot soldier classes. If you're not familiar with the original game, you probably should download it. I think it's like $5 or $10 on most consoles, and it's free with some games, and it goes even cheaper on sale. Sometimes it's just free. If you haven't played the original, you really should give it a shot. It is one of my all-time favorite games. It is my favorite Xbox One game. Just period. You have the Centurion, the Sky Trooper, the Camo Ranger, General Supremo is one of my favorite, Octa Trooper, Supreme Commando, Foot Soldier. That's pretty great. The Engineer does something really unique. He can create, in some modes, certain turrets, or he can create certain objectives. So he's like creating a teleporter to allow your team to teleport quicker. I love the Engineer. It's my wife's favorite class. She does not want to play anything but Engineers. And now that there's an Engineer on the other side, well, we'll save that for later. This guy's new. Rhodey Z, really weird. Kind of looks like Jack Black to me. I don't know why. I think he looks like Jack Black. But don't worry. For those of you who are worried, we'll turn this zombie around. The classic butt crack is still there for the classic Engineer. Scientist, of course, now works as a healer. Doesn't heal the same way he did in the last game. He's still got his teleport, and he's still got the bomb. His heal ray is now a heal ray and not a heal pot. Though I think there are customization options here. Obviously, I mean, we can change customization of any character and make them look different. You know, and you unlock these by opening boosters. Pretty simple. But then there's also the abilities, which can be customized just like last time. And yeah, there it is. There's the zombie heal station. If you prefer to do that way, you can. There's the armored heal station. And all this stuff that I had from the previous game has transferred over. All the classes I unlocked, all of the upgrades I unlocked, not gestures, not customization visuals, but everything else did. There's some character upgrades here, though, that I know nothing about. I don't know how to get these yet. But again, that gives you an idea of the depth. All-Star is back, including a couple of new All-Stars, Golf Star being one of them. I think he's new. Wrestling Star, of course, I played the hell out of the first game, so I have all these classes. All-Star, again, fairly decent damage class, siege class, really, for the zombies. But again, since the game has been out for 2 years, I don't really feel like I should go over the old classes as much as I should focus on showing you the new ones. We're going to swap over to the plant side, and I'll show you the plant base. Here's Dave's garage, and of course I made it all the way down into the basement. And I'm not going to tell you what shows up there, but it's quests. It's a single-player quest. There's a lot. I have not customized this base hardly at all. Again, same board, same kind of staging area here in the back to see all the classes you've unlocked and stuff. There's the scoreboard for the world. Multiplayer portal's the same. Split-screen thing's the same. Mostly everything here is the same. But let's take a look at the other classes. Now, here's the new guy, Citron. I don't know what I think about Citron. I almost called him by a household nickname, which is Shitron. He does this to begin with. Number one, he can turn into a ball. And when he does, he has brand new abilities, including a speed ability to help get him somewhere. And this charge-up ability, where if he runs over somebody, he does a truckload of damage. In fact, I'm making parts of the game right now. You can swap back, and you have an EMP stun. You've got his weapon, which is a laser. And you've got his shield. So makes him fairly decent for capturing a point. Makes him very decent for stealing a point. Then there's an ice guy that's on hero rotation this week. So that's interesting. Rose is new, and she is the engineer for the plants. So when the plants are attacking, and they need to build turrets, and they need to build teleporters, Rose is the one who does it. And her abilities are straight up nuts. First thing she can do is this. Yep, become basically invulnerable. And not only does she become invulnerable, if she hits a button, she will then deal damage to everything around her, but it does work down the charger. Secondly, she can slow dudes with this ability. Get slowed. And that also kind of turns off their abilities for a short period of time. Then, this is the one I went out to the field to show you. This is super annoying. I don't know why this is an ability. Yep, that's right. I turned him into a goat. He's a goat, and now he's dead. Getting turned into a goat is super annoying. You get a whole new set of abilities while you're a goat, and you can still do damage, you can still fight, but it's a pain in the ass. It's just straight up a pain in the ass. I don't know. But I do really like Rose. In beta, she had a homing shot, and I don't think her shot homes anymore. That's kind of disappointing. Again, there's tons of different versions of her to unlock. Here's my favorite new character. Please forgive me that he kind of looks like Osama bin Laden there. I don't know why I decorated him this way. It was just the unlocks I got. Just the first 2 unlocks I got were that. He's got this machine gun rapid fire that is actually popcorn kernels. So if you're hungry for popcorn, this is the guy for you. Watch when he reloads. He shoots off the kernels. That's hilarious. Then he's got this crazy Keanu Reeves style Neo Matrix move in which he shoots up into the air and shoots everything below him. You can actually control yourself in the air a little bit while you do that too. He's got a corn torpedo style thing. And then finally, he's got a butter strike. Throw out a baked potato and they butter it for you, dealing massive amounts of damage. Again, great for capturing points. I can't wait to unlock more corn, guys. I love corn. It's all about the corn. What's the difference between a hot dog and a corn dog? It's the corn. It's not, stick doesn't factor into it. Then you've got your variety of the returning characters, and all your classes unlocks poured on over. I unlocked the Electro P for my purchase of the game. That was pretty cool. Then you got the old Chomper. Chomper, of course, is the guy who can swallow people whole, deal massive short-range damage, can lay down traps on the ground. I guess I should talk about what the pea shooter does. Pea shooter's got the wonderful chili bomb. He's got the Gatling pea where he roots into the ground and blasts the hell out of people. And then he's got the speed ability, so he's really good at racing engineers to places. Sunflower, who serves as your healer. Not much has changed here. She's pretty much exactly the way she was in the other game, which is, to say, amazing. Cactus is pretty much the same as well. He retained all of his abilities as well and included some really great 2 classes here, which I have not unlocked. All of these hero classes. God, I love the variety of the way that you play this game. And ultimately, these classes don't mean a lot. And there are even modes that you can play, like Welcome Mat, which I believe don't allow you to play your new classes anyway. If you don't want to deal with new classes, you just want to play with the base class, that's always an option as well. Because like I said, for whatever reason, they decided to give you an infinite number of ways to play the game. Now here's where it all falls apart. If you're in love right now, let me show you where it all falls apart. You get your customizations from these packs. The most expensive pack is currently 75,000 coins. The cheapest pack is only 2,500. This pack is only going to have consumables. Consumables are necessary to play certain types of modes. You would really want these for garden ops. You will really want these for graveyards versus gardens. If you're playing it multiplayer, though, other people can have them as well. This will have some consumables and some customizations. Again, more customizations and often a character piece. It will take 5 character pieces to unlock a single character. And you have no control over which character piece you're going to get. So if you're trying to unlock a particular corn guy, your chances of doing it are minimal at best. You can end up buying dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of packs and never get the class that you want. It's super frustrating. Not only that, but if you buy these cheaper packs, you will tend to get a spread. Now, 15,000 coins is what you're going to get from playing one multiplayer match, right? Not a big deal. You can go up to the next one, and this has 7 items rather than 6, and has more rare items, and always has a character piece. If you only like the plants and you want to guarantee your chances of getting plant pieces, you go with the plant pack. If you want to guarantee your zombie pieces, you go with the zombie pack. Finally, you got the phenomenal character pack, and this is an interesting pack. It will guarantee to unlock a rare or super rare character, not a legendary character, and not a common character. I think it will do common characters, actually. I think it did in the last game. I don't know. But I do know that this is the best way to unlock classes if that's what you're interested in. You're going to play 4, maybe 5 multiplayer games to get this much money, and then you can open a booster and guarantee it. You can also get like quests and do that to raise money. You can play the solo modes and raise money. You can do these multiplayer quests and raise money. Plenty of ways to raise money in this game. So they reward you for playing the game, and they give you staggered unlocks, random unlocks, which can lead to something that is very, very frustrating. Now, if you look here, right now we can't buy microtransactions, which is great. But most certainly they will add microtransactions to this game as they did the last one. Now, they did make good on that. They did produce an incredible amount of additional content for the game in exchange for those microtransactions. And I presume that they will do the same again here if and when they ever add those microtransactions. Currently, I don't know that there's any word if they will or will not. I don't know. Personally, I hope they don't. Because I know for a fact I will be playing the living hell out of this game. I cannot wait to play with you online and fight you in this game. This is the previous version of this game was my wife's favorite, absolutely my favorite. It's now our favorite. This one, Garden Warfare 2, is easily our favorite. The guys over there have done an incredible, incredible job. The game is weird, it's silly, it's off the wall, it does stuff that no game should. The lore is bizarre, the game modes are like nothing you'll do anywhere else. The characters are just absurd. Just completely absurd. Completely absurd. None of this makes sense. And I love every second of it. I can't stop playing it, and I don't think I will. I played Garden Warfare 1 for about 2 years straight, and I guess I'll be doing the same with this one. So guys, this is my review, or first look at, or I don't know what the hell you want to call this, because this is a pretty complete look at this game. Let me know if you want to see some actual gameplay. I'll do some multiplayer matches or something like that, if you guys want me to. I don't really rate games, so what I'll say is if you like the original Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, you're going to love this. I think that if you've never played the original, you should probably play the original or jump right into the second one if this kind of insanity seems fun to you. And there's so much depth to this game. I think that they've worked their asses off on it, and I think it shows. It's buggy in parts. Sometimes the game feels like it's not fully done. It's, you know, but it's like 90%, and that's pretty good for games these days, and it's especially good for EA. Had Star Wars Battlefront had a fraction of the depth that's in this game, it would have been Game of the Year. That's pretty much what all I can say. So let's give it a rating. I don't know what kind of rating you give something like this. I'm going to give it cucumber out of brains. Yep, cucumber out of brains. Good score. Pretty good score. I hope that you do consider playing this game, and if you do decide to, you can download it on EA's Early Access right now. Play it for free for 10 hours. You can't go wrong with free. Guys, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.